Hi, and welcome to Camille's Country Corner. I am Camille, and on today's episode, we are going to be making a sweet treat. Yes, a dessert. We're going to be making some cheesecake crumb bars. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit the like, and let me show you what you're going to need to get started with this recipe. All right, let's get to baking. For this recipe, you will need some cream cheese, butter, some vanilla, sugar, brown sugar, some flour and egg, lemon juice, some milk, walnuts, or any nut of your choice. You will need an oil. I'm going to use canola today. We'll need a pinch of salt, and as always, I always need my cup of tea. Let's get started. All right, to our mixer, I am going to add 1/3 cup of softened butter. I am using salted. I guess I won't need the salt because I am using salted butter today because that is what I have. We're going to go ahead and add 1/3 cup of brown sugar. I am using dark brown sugar, but it doesn't matter which one you use. You can use light or dark brown. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cream these two together to start. And then we are going to add our 1 cup of flour. And we're going to do this just till combined. This just eliminates us doing this by hand. So it's kind of the same process if you were to use a pastry blender to mix this. Okay. Now we are going to take 1 cup of walnuts. I am just using just regular halves and pieces. I'm going to chop it down a little bit more than that. So let me go ahead and add my cup of walnuts. Just going to add mine to a baggie and just beat it up a few times. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I am going to take my 1 cup of walnuts and I'm just going to mix this by hand. And then we're going to take out 1 cup of this mixture and we're just going to set it aside. I have an 8x8 baking pan. I'm going to go ahead and spray this. It doesn't say to spray it, but I feel like it might be necessary. Let's take some extra precautions. I have lined my baking pan with aluminum foil. That way it's just easier to get out. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of my mixture in here. Now I'm just going to grab a cup. I'm going to just use a measuring cup here. And I'm just going to push it down. This is going to be our crust. Okay, I am going to bake this for 12 minutes. In the meantime, we are going to use this same bowl, and I'm going to add an 8 ounce of cream cheese. I'm just using original cream cheese today. You can use low fat, it doesn't really matter. I have 1/4 cup of just regular white granulated sugar. I'm going to put this back on my mixer and we're going to blend that up until it's creamy. While that's getting creamy, I'm going to go ahead and crack my egg, and I'm going to beat it just a little bit. Okay, let's scrape this down before we put anything else in here. All right, to this I'm going to add my 1 egg. I am going to add I will get that open in a second. I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I don't have fresh lemons here. Fresh lemons are always better, but we're going to use what we have today. I did not open up my milk. It says you can use milk or cream here. I hardly ever have regular milk on hand. I always have some sort of like an almond milk or coconut milk. So we need, let me see, we need 2, well, how much milk do we need? 2 tablespoons. Now, if I can get this open, all right, we also need a teaspoon of vanilla. This is just my own homemade vanilla. Go ahead and mix that. While that is mixing, I am going to, well, let's go ahead and mix this first. I'm going to go ahead and dump my toppings into this bowl. We're going to add 2 more tablespoons of brown sugar to this mix. And 1 tablespoon of our oil. All right, let's go ahead and mix this around. All right, the only thing we're waiting on is the crumb. Okay, now that this is all mixed, we're just waiting for our crust to come out of the oven. And once it's cool, we'll go ahead and assemble. Okay, now that our crust has cooled, we're going to go ahead and assemble the rest. So we're going to take our cheesecake mixture. And then we are going to take the rest of the crumb topping and we're just going to sprinkle it all over the top. Slightly push it down a little bit just so it sticks. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this back into my preheated oven at 350 for 25 minutes. And I'll bring you back when it's out and cooled and ready for us to sample it. All right, our bars have come out, so let's go ahead and take them out of the pan. Let's roll up my sleeves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut these into 3 rows first. And then I'm going to cut each one at a diagonal. Okay, friends, this is what it looks like when they're done. Okay, now that they're done, let's go ahead and try one, shall we? Look at all the beautiful cheesecake in the middle, the crumb on top. Just looks delicious as I make messes on the floor. Oh, that is delicious. All right, friends, if you like this recipe, I hope to see you back here again. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Definitely hit that like button, and we will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for coming today.